All right. For a lot of folks up this early, sleep is so important. And a recent study says that sleeping with your partner's T-shirt could actually improve your sleep as much as melatonin supplements. Joining us on the program this morning is the founder of the West Clinic, Dr. Jason West. Dr. West, thanks for joining me. How are you?
I'm doing great. Thanks for having me.
So someone went out and did a study in Canada about wearing, I guess, the clothing of significant others. Can you tell us a bit about this?
Well, I can. And what's happening is they were looking at, if you can't sleep, you can't heal. It's such an important part of health. And then what they found was that as you increase familiarity with your environment, and it's your bed, and then there's these things that come off of people called pheromones, and it gets into your older clothing. And then when people put on those clothing, what happens is it helps them to rest better.
Oh, wow. Okay. And comparing that to melatonin is a pretty stout comparison, because I know there are a lot of people that rely on various amounts of melatonin to get a good night's sleep.
It's true. And, I love melatonin for the primary effect, and then everybody else is using it for the secondary effect. And what I mean by that is melatonin is so good for your immune system. It helps with hormone regulation, and there's some new research out there that's saying melatonin is actually really helpful to fight this thing called cancer. And then the side effect is that it helps you to sleep. So I give it to people, and I say, it's going to help you to really, really be a good immune system. And then the benefit is it helps you to sleep, and if you can't sleep, you can't heal.
That's a great point. It is a time they call it rest and recovery. I guess they do that for a particular reason. And that goes back to something else too, Dr. West, and that's sleep hygiene. I hear that term tossed about. And what are some basic things people can do on any given night to really improve their sleep?
Well, I tell everybody what you need to do is you need to have a sanctuary where your body knows, hey, I'm going here to sleep. I'm not going there to work. I'm not going there to watch TV. And I recommend to people, look, put that into a sanctuary. This is a chance for your body to catch up, have a healthy, in a bed that is worth something. It's so funny to me that people will run over to the thrift store, or they'll try and find a cheap mattress, and I tell them, no one really thinks about going and spending $15,000 or $20,000 or $30,000 on a car, and you're going to spend a third of your life on a mattress. Invest in a good mattress. Make sure. You don't need to spend $20,000 on it, but it needs to be worth something, because you're going to spend a lot of time there. Get that sleeping sanctuary. Have it dark. Have a little bit cool. Try and get rid of LED lights. Don't have your cell phone in there. It'll really make a difference.
Joining us this morning on the program is our friend Dr. Jason West, and we're talking about sleep. Of course, the study talks about how wearing your partner's T-shirt could improve your sleep as much as melatonin. I assume the caveat in there is if you have a significant other, that other shirt better be your significant other's, or you probably won't get much sleep at all.
That is true. You might actually get, suffocated or something. You have to wake up with a pillow over your face.
Yeah, we should probably specify that for sure. So sleep hygiene, obviously, a very, very important amongst all of this. And you mentioned, talking about mattresses and the fact that really a lot of people underinvest given the amount of time. Even for those that only get 6 hours of sleep, that's still a quarter of your life, which is still a lot. And to remain in one position or two positions to find that right fit so that you wake up and the rest of your day's better, it does make sense. But really, nobody's ever, there's never really been a strong voice saying, hey, this is another way you can take care of yourself.
It's true. It's kind of one of those neglected things about health, is this sleeping sanctuary. And again, getting people to have familiarity, get your body on a schedule, go to bed at the same time, wake up at the same time. And if you think about the study where they're talking about, hey, if you wear, again, your partner's T-shirt to bed, it really helps to put your body into that familiarity of getting to rest. You get into REM sleep. It's just a fascinating study that they've put together. And if you think about it, there's no downside. There's no side effect of doing that. And when your batteries are charged up, you have a ton of stuff to go throughout the day. You're more alert. And studies are showing that people get, 8 hours, they perform so much better than those that are getting 6 or 7.
Yeah. Dr. Jason West, always a pleasure to have you on. Thank you for giving us time today, and I wish you all the best there with the West Clinic. We appreciate you.
Thank you so much for having me. Have a great day.
You too. All right. Memphis Morning.